Chaos and challenges are what characterize today's world. Finding inner peace and control over our lives can seem like an impossible task. Do you feel overwhelmed by the demands of life? Do you long for a path to inner peace and meaning? Many of us want to find balance in the midst of a rapidly spinning world. Our daily lives put us in the middle of a crossroads where we must constantly make decisions, from simple matters to dilemmas of great importance. But it is not simply about making decisions, but about discerning those that lead us towards a life with deep meaning. We face a constant barrage of options, and the key is to select those that align with our highest values and goals. This task requires discernment, since not all routes lead us to plenitude. However, Stoic philosophy, with its ancient teachings, offers us invaluable guidance to achieve self-mastery and live a full and meaningful life. We must be cautious and avoid getting carried away by fleeting impulses or desires, seeking instead those options that allow us to cultivate virtues and achieve a more noble existence. The Stoic philosopher Seneca invites us to reflect on the consequences of our decisions, to evaluate their impact on our well-being and that of others. In this video, we'll delve into the wisdom of Seneca, one of the most influential Stoics in history, and explore some of his most practical advice for cultivating self-mastery and achieving personal mastery. Today we present 15 Stoic principles that can serve as a guide, regardless of whether you are a student facing academic pressure, a professional overwhelmed by your career, or simply someone looking to get through each day without feeling defeated. These principles are not magic formulas, but tools that you can adapt to your own reality. They are invitations to reflection, introspection, and conscious action to cultivate a more meaningful and serene life. In a world full of challenges, Stoic philosophy offers us timeless guidance to navigate life's ups and downs with serenity and wisdom. These ancient lessons, adapted to modern challenges, provide us with practical strategies that teach us how to protect our time, master our emotions, and responses to external pressures. Stoicism, far from being a simple philosophy of consolation, provides us with practical tools to transform our lives. Rather than resigning ourselves to difficulties, Stoicism teaches us to focus our energy on what we can control: our actions, thoughts, and reactions. By discerning between what is under our control and what is not, we free our mind from useless worries and focus on what we can really modify. On this journey, I invite you to discover how the ancient wisdom of Stoicism can become our everyday superpowers. Join this journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Discover how Stoicism can become your source of inner power, allowing you to navigate the seas of life more calmly and safely. Face the challenges. Stoicism, far from being a passive philosophy of resignation in the face of adversity, invites us to embrace them as opportunities for personal growth. It is an active search for experiences that take us out of our comfort zone, allowing us to discover strengths and develop skills that perhaps we did not know we possessed. By facing challenges with courage and determination, we strengthen our character, cultivate resilience, and gain a broader perspective on life. Stoic philosophers such as Seneca and Marcus Aurelius saw challenges not as barriers, but as vital opportunities for personal development and self-discovery. They were convinced that obstacles, instead of being insurmountable, become stepping stones that lift us towards a fuller and more meaningful existence. Every time we step out of our comfort zone, we are not only facing something difficult, but we are engaging in a profound act of self-improvement. When we accept challenges, we do more than survive them. We also thrive because of them. It is in these moments when we are tested and pushed to our limits that we discover abilities and strengths hidden within us, resources we may never have tapped into otherwise. Think about the last time you faced something that seemed insurmountable. Remember that feeling of accomplishment after overcoming it, which is growth in its purest form. So what is it that scares you? What challenge have you been avoiding because it also seems daunting? Maybe it's public speaking, learning a new skill, or perhaps tackling a project that feels beyond your current capabilities. Whatever it is, consider fear and hesitation to be a sign toward your next growth opportunity. Hug him. Because in the realm of Stoicism, growth is not just about reaching a destination, It is about expanding the boundaries of what you thought was possible. Remember that every great journey begins with the courage to take that first uncomfortable step. Let's not shy away from these challenges. Face them knowing that with each step, we are not only better equipped to handle the next, but also more connected to the truest versions of ourselves. Embracing Stoicism means transforming challenges into opportunities for growth, forging a path of constant evolution and self-discovery. At its core, Stoicism compels us to not only survive hardships, but to thrive in them. It is a call to action, an invitation to become the best version of ourselves through effort and personal improvement. Choose your influence. The Stoics were deeply aware of the impact our environment has on us, especially the people we choose to surround ourselves with. The Stoics understood that our environment cultivates our being, just as the earth nourishes plants, and our relationships, like the soil in which we are planted, have a profound impact on our growth. Just as a plant flourishes in fertile soil, humans thrive in enriching environments. Therefore, these wise men emphasize the importance of being selective with our companies, surrounding ourselves with individuals who uplift and nourish us, just as fertile soil nourishes seeds. In this sense, the Stoics invite us to reflect on the people we associate with. Are they like the cool breeze that propels us forward, or the weeds that choke our potential? Surrounding ourselves with virtuous, wise, and compassionate individuals creates an environment conducive to cultivating our own virtues, wisdom, and compassion. By being selective with our associations, we not only improve our own well-being, but we also contribute to creating a more positive and virtuous world. A lesson that remains just as relevant today. You can't choose your family, that's true, but you can choose your friends, your mentors, and even the role models, the ones you decide to emulate. This choice is crucial because these are the people who will influence your thoughts, actions, and ultimately your character. Seneca, one of the most renowned Stoic philosophers, advised that we should associate with people who embody the virtues we wish to develop, those whose traits can infect us not only through their words, but also through their actions. Now think about the circle of people you interact with daily. Do these individuals inspire you? Do they push you toward greatness or lead you to complacency? Are they people whose values align with those you aspire to uphold? The answers can determine the quality of your personal growth. Surround yourself with people who reflect not only who you are, but who you want to be. Choose friends who challenge you, who make you think differently, and who motivate you to improve yourself. This does not mean looking for perfection in others, but rather looking for people who make serious efforts to improve, those who embrace their imperfections while working to overcome them. In a world full of diverse personalities, these people are strategic. They consciously choose who they let in. Their inner circle regard it as a cure for the surrounding influences to create a personal environment conducive to growth. Remember, in the spirit of Stoicism, that this is not about finding comfort, but rather finding inspiration for challenge and alignment with your deepest values. So make sure the people around you are not there just by circumstance, but by choice, a choice that reflects your commitment to living a virtuous and purposeful life. Focus on your answer. Stoicism provides a powerful reminder that life is full of surprises, and not all of them are pleasant. But while we may have no control over the external events that disrupt our lives, we do have ultimate control over how we respond to them. This fundamental Stoic principle teaches us that our responses are a testament to our character and a reflection of our deepest values. When life presents us with something unexpected, it's easy to react impulsively to let frustration or disappointment take over. But Stoicism invites us to pause and consider a different approach. The next time you're faced with a situation that doesn't go as planned, whether it's a failed project at work, a sudden financial setback, or a personal betrayal, take a moment to take a step back. This pause is crucial. It gives you the space to choose a response instead of simply reacting. Think about what your ideal self would do in this situation, how you would respond in a way that aligns with your values. Perhaps it involves approaching the problem with calm and clarity rather than anger. Maybe it means offering forgiveness instead of holding on to resentment. or it could be about finding a solution instead of dwelling on the problem. This is where your true power lies, not in altering uncontrollable external events, but in mastering your own interior. This Stoic approach not only mitigates the immediate impact of negative experiences, but also cultivates long-term resilience. By constantly choosing responses that reflect the best parts of ourselves, we strengthen our character and become more adept at navigating life's complexities, each challenge becoming a springboard toward a more resilient and virtuous being. Say yes to what really matters. In this dizzying world, where notifications overwhelm and attention is fragmented, it is imperative to discern and focus on what truly matters. Surrounded by endless stimuli and demands, it is easy to get lost in the tide of the superfluous. However, taking control of our attention and consciously choosing what to dedicate it to is essential to achieving well-being and personal fulfillment. Saying yes to what is essential means establishing clear boundaries, disconnecting from the noise, and dedicating time and energy to what truly nourishes our being. It is an act of conscious rebellion against the tyranny of the urgent, an affirmation of our values and an invitation to live more fully. By saying yes to what is essential, we open the doors to a more meaningful, rich and satisfying life. Stoic philosophy teaches us that every decision to engage in one activity is inherently a decision to disengage from another. This trade-off means that when we say yes to something, we are implicitly saying no to something else. Consider the power of this perspective when you choose to dedicate time, for example, to your career over a leisure activity. Conversely, when you decide to spend the night with your family instead of working late, you are prioritizing personal relationships over immediate professional obligations. The key is to make these decisions consciously, making sure they reflect what is really important to you. This Stoic approach involves a deliberate evaluation of your options, whose choices will bring you closer to the person you want to be, whose actions will make your life more meaningful. This could mean saying no to small distractions and minor commitments that don't serve your larger goals. For example, declining a casual invitation to stay home and read an enlightening book, or choosing to work on a personal project instead of surfing. By social networks. By practicing this discipline in decision-making, little by little you shape a life that is not only more focused and less disordered, but also richer in achievements and closer to your ideals. Remember that every yes is powerful, and every no is an opportunity to redirect your life towards something. The most important thing that the Stoics would advise us is to use these choices wisely, as they are the pillars of a life well lived, helping us not only to move forward, but to actively direct ourselves towards our chosen values and goals. As you navigate your day, think about what you say yes and no to, and strive to make decisions that truly resonate with your personal philosophy and long-term aspirations. Be a master of yourself. Mastering oneself is perhaps one of the most profound challenges and commitments one can undertake, and Stoicism places it at the heart of its teachings. This ancient philosophy asserts that self-discipline is essential not only for personal development, but for living a life that is truly meaningful and purposeful. It's about exerting control over your actions, emotions, and even your thoughts to ensure they are aligned with your deepest values and goals. The concept of being a master of yourself is powerful. It covers everything from resisting temptations and fleeting impulses to maintaining constant focus on your long-term life goals. For example, faced with immediate gratification such as skipping a workout to watch television or giving up a healthy meal for fast food, the Stoic practice of self-control involves making decisions that may be difficult in the moment, but are ultimately more rewarding. But mastering yourself is not just about saying no to temptation, but also about regulating emotional responses to external stimuli. Stoicism teaches us that our emotions should not dictate our actions, but rather we should manage our emotions through rational thinking. For example, rather than reacting with anger to a provocation, a Stoic approach would be to pause, reflect on why the situation is causing this emotional response, and choose a course of action that is reasoned and aligned with our personal virtues. Furthermore, mastering yourself means governing your thoughts. It involves being aware of the narratives you tell yourself, challenging negative or unhelpful thought patterns, and fostering a mindset that supports your aspirations. This could mean transforming yourself, stopping destroying the recognition of your abilities, and turning fear or failure into motivation. This level of self-discipline and control does not happen overnight. It is a skill that is developed through practice and perseverance. It requires constant vigilance and the willingness to make difficult decisions. However, the rewards are substantial. By mastering yourself, you gain a sense of personal freedom and autonomy that comes from knowing that you are living intentionally and not reactively. Protect your time. Our time is an invaluable resource, and unlike other resources, once spent, it is irrecoverable. The Stoics teach us to protect it and use it consciously. This involves setting priorities, eliminating distractions, and dedicating time to what really matters to us. Stoic philosophy places a strong emphasis on mindfulness, particularly with regard to how we use our time, urging us to live each moment in a way that is purposeful and aligned with our deepest values and long-term goals. Thinking about it every day, every hour, every moment is an opportunity to shape our lives. But without being aware, if we do not pay attention, it is very easy for time to slip away, consumed by the trivialities or distractions that fill our days. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote about seizing each day as if it were your last, not in a morbid sense, but as a reminder to live fully and with intention. So how can you make sure your time is well spent? It starts with a clear understanding of what is really important to you, your values, your goals, and the type of person you want to be. Once established, you can begin to evaluate. How well do your daily activities correspond with these priorities? Do you spend hours on social media when you could be interacting with your family, pursuing a fulfilling hobby, or working on a project that could advance your career? Treating your time as a precious resource means setting boundaries and saying no to things that don't serve your higher purposes. Could mean declining invitations that distract you from your goals, or interrupting activities that affect your productivity. This is not about being stingy with your time, but about selectively choosing quality over quantity in how you spend each hour. Plus, protecting your time also means being organized and efficient. Stoicism teaches us to not only be mindful of how we spend our time, but also to be strategic. This might involve planning your day meticulously, prioritizing tasks based on their importance, and eliminating time wasters from your routine. It's about creating systems that help you work smarter, not harder, and that ensure you're always moving in the direction of your life goals. Accept difficult tasks. The Stoics were famous for their resilience, seeing hardship not simply as a part of life, but as a crucial element in shaping a virtuous and meaningful existence. They taught that accepting difficult tasks, those that push us beyond our comfort zone, is essential to developing strength and character. Stoicism not only accepts the presence of challenges, but encourages us to look for them, to read the difficulty, because that is where the truth is. Growth occurs when we think about doing difficult things. It's not just about physical tests, although they are important, but about facing complex problems, making difficult decisions, or handling emotionally challenging situations. These experiences demand a lot from us, to test our resistance to resolve difficulties. But according to Stoic philosophy, it is precisely through these tests that our character is forged. Every challenge is an opportunity to practice virtues such as courage, perseverance, and resilience. For example, consider the act of tackling a steep climb or a physically demanding conditioning regimen. The real challenge and reward lies in the mental and emotional growth that occurs. Each step forward is a victory not only of the body, but of the will. Think about a difficult project at work or a complex personal problem. The process of navigating these situations builds analytical skills, patience, and wisdom. The Stoics would argue that if we spend our lives avoiding difficult tasks, choosing the path of least resistance, we miss these opportunities for growth. We feel comfortable, yes, but we also remain confined within the limits of our existing capabilities. On the other hand, when we choose to do the hard things, we expand those limits, discover new strengths, and learn more about our capabilities. Make others better. Stoicism extends beyond the limits of personal development to encompass the well-being and growth of those around us. The Stoic philosophers emphasized that true progress cannot be isolated from our own improvement. It is deeply interconnected with the improvement of others. The Stoics encouraged a spirit of community growth and mutual support, understanding that when we help uplift others, the benefits are twofold. Not only do we improve the lives of those we help, but we also enrich our own experiences and understanding. When you think about contributing to the growth of others, it's not just about offering advice or intervening to solve problems for them, but it involves being a positive presence that inspires and encourages. It could be as simple as listening carefully when someone shares their struggles, offering encouragement when they doubt themselves, or sharing resources and knowledge that could help them overcome obstacles. Each of these actions has the potential to have a significant impact on someone's life. For the Stoics, the act of making others better is also a way of practicing virtues such as generosity, empathy, and kindness. These are qualities that define not only a good society, but a meaningful life. By fostering an environment where people feel supported and valued, you create a community where everyone can thrive. This approach does not diminish your own goals, but rather amplifies the impact of your actions, creating a ripple effect of positivity and growth. Additionally, improving the lives of others can offer you new perspectives, challenges, and ambitions. It can teach you patience, improve your ability to empathize, and give you a deeper sense of satisfaction than solitary achievements. The joy and satisfaction derived from seeing others succeed with your support will be deep and lasting. Practice gratitude. The Stoics understood that much of our discontent comes from focusing on what we lack or what could go wrong, instead of appreciating what we already have. They advocated a daily gratitude practice to counteract our natural tendency to take things for granted without worrying about the future. Incorporating gratitude into your daily routine can profoundly change your perspective, helping you recalibrate your focus from deficiencies to the abundance that surrounds you. This could be as simple as recognizing your own progress and achievements. By taking a moment each day to reflect on these things, you train your mind to recognize and celebrate the positive aspects of life, no matter how small. This practice not only improves your own sense of well-being, but it also improves your interactions with others. When you approach life with a grateful heart, your being becomes more positive and welcoming, which in turn can affect how others respond to you. They are naturally drawn to the qualities of warmth and positivity that gratitude cultivates. Furthermore, gratitude in Stoicism is not just about feeling happier, but rather creating a buffer against negative emotions that can cloud our judgment and hinder our ability to think clearly. If you are grateful, you are less likely to be overwhelmed by envy or resentment. Instead, you are more likely to respond to challenges with a balanced mindset and make decisions that align with your values. Constant learning. Learning in Stoicism is the search for wisdom, and this learning never ends. Life itself is seen as a continuous lesson, a continuous journey of growth, discovery, and adaptation. Stoic philosophers such as Seneca and Epictetus emphasize the importance of lifelong learning, not only in the acquisition of knowledge, but as a means to living a virtuous and fulfilling life. They understood that the more we learn, the better equipped we will be to make thoughtful decisions and respond effectively to the challenges that life continually presents us. Learning means remaining curious and open to new ideas, new disciplines, and new perspectives. It involves a proactive approach to education in which opportunities are actively sought to expand your understanding and capabilities. This could mean reading widely on literature that enriches your soul, non-fiction that expands your understanding of the world. It might involve exploring new hobbies that challenge your physical and mental limits, or engaging in discussions that push you to think critically and empathetically. In today's changing world, the need for continuous learning has never been more evident. Technologies evolve, industries transform, and social norms change. Keeping up with these changes not only gives you a competitive advantage, but helps you remain relevant and adaptable in an ever-changing world. Additionally, the act of learning new skills can revitalize the mind and body, providing a sense of accomplishment and excitement. However, embracing continuous learning is not simply about keeping pace with external changes, but also about internal growth. By continually challenging yourself to learn and evolve, you commit to self-improvement and personal excellence. This aligns closely with Stoic values that emphasize the development of self through disciplines of character and intellect. To integrate this practice into your life, make learning a daily habit, setting aside time each day to read, watch informational videos, or practice a new skill. Get out of your comfort zone and take advantage of opportunities to learn from each situation, whether it is success or failure. Ask questions, seek feedback, and reflect on your experiences to draw lessons from them. Embrace your vulnerability. The Stoics recognize that true strength involves the courage to recognize ourselves, including our fears and uncertainties. Embracing vulnerability is not about weakness, but about courage to face the truth of our human condition, and in doing so, forge deeper connections with those around us. Talking about our struggles and fears can be discouraging. We are often afraid to show our true selves, and this can lead to judgment or rejection. However, Stoicism encourages us to see vulnerability as an opportunity for authenticity and growth. By revealing our true selves, we invite others to do the same, which can lead to more meaningful and supportive relationships. This authenticity fosters a deeper understanding and bond between people built on a foundation of trust and empathy. Accepting our vulnerability is a path to personal growth. When we recognize and expose our fears, we take the first steps to overcome them. Stoic philosophy teaches us that facing our vulnerabilities is essential to developing resilience. Only by confronting what scares us can we truly learn about ourselves and grow. This process involves reflection on our own limitations and challenges, which in turn leads to a better understanding of how we can improve and adapt. Practice accepting vulnerability can mean having honest conversations with friends about their challenges and asking for help when you need it, or expressing your emotions openly. It could also involve public speaking, sharing your ideas in a group, or admitting mistakes in your professional life. Each of these acts requires courage, but they also open doors to new levels of personal achievement and satisfaction. To truly integrate this into your life, consider the Stoic exercise of self-examination and reflection. At the end of each day, evaluate the moments when you might have hidden your true feelings or masked your insecurities. Think about what held you back and how you might respond differently in the future to live more authentically. Over time, this practice not only alleviates the fear associated with vulnerability, but also strengthens your character and enriches your relationships. Cultivate resilience. Through adversity, Stoicism teaches us that adversity is not simply something to be endured, it is a vital element of our growth and development. Life, with all its unpredictability and trials, is not always easy, but Stoics see these challenges not as misfortunes, but as opportunities to develop strength and resilience. The Stoic perspective does not shy away from difficulties, but rather embraces them as an essential part of the human experience. Every challenge, according to Stoic philosophy, is a teacher in disguise. When we face difficulties, we are presented with opportunities to practice virtues such as patience, courage, and resilience. These moments force us to tap into our internal resources, to dig deeper, and find solutions that we may not have considered if the situation had not pushed us to the limit. This process of facing and overcoming adversity is what builds resilience, making us not only more capable of handling future challenges, but also more confident in our ability to do so. Building resilience through adversity involves a conscious choice to view obstacles as formative rather than destructive. This change in mentality is fundamental. It is about focusing on what can be gained from each difficult situation. For example, a career setback can be an opportunity to learn more about your field or develop new strategies for success. A personal crisis could lead you to discover strengths you didn't know you had, or to reaffirm your values and priorities. Cultivating resilience begins by adopting a Stoic attitude toward daily challenges. Instead of regretting or avoiding difficulties, ask yourself what each challenge teaches you. Reflect on how each experience has shaped you. Consider the skills you have developed as a result, and think about how you can apply those lessons in the future. Resilience is not developed in a day, but with every step you take, you learn from adversity, solidifying your ability to endure and adapt to life's inevitable ups and downs. Practice the art of reflection. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies the fundamental practice of reflection, not as a simple suggestion, but as an indispensable pillar for living wisely and meaningfully. This ancient wisdom warns us that an existence without self-examination lacks depth and understanding. Therefore, Stoicism emphasizes the need to periodically evaluate our decisions, actions, and the motivations that support them. By spending time introspecting, we can identify patterns of thinking and behavior that could be hindering our well-being and personal growth. This awareness allows us to cultivate virtue, improve our relationships, and face challenges with greater serenity and resilience. Reflection in Stoicism goes beyond mere introspection. It involves a deliberate and structured approach to thinking about how we have handled situations, what decisions we made, why we made them, and how we can improve. By doing this consistently, ideally daily, we cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves, which in turn informs our future decisions. It's not just about self-improvement, but about self-awareness, recognizing both our strengths and the areas in which we fail. Practicing the art of reflection can be as simple as taking a few quiet minutes at the end of each day to consider what went well and what didn't. It's about asking yourself questions like, did I act in accordance with my principles today? What could I have done better? This process helps identify patterns in your behavior that may be contributing to both good and bad outcomes, and provides the opportunity to course correct if necessary. Additionally, regular reflection encourages a more intentional way of living. When you begin to see the consequences of your actions and understand the reasons behind your choices, you become more conscious in how you act. This doesn't mean you won't make mistakes, but it does mean you'll learn from them more effectively and make better decisions in the future. Reflection also fosters a sense of inner peace and contentment. By affirming that you are living according to your values, or recognizing where you need to make changes, you can reduce internal conflict and live with greater harmony and purpose. In essence, Stoic reflection invites us to become attentive observers of our own lives, questioning our assumptions and delving deeper into the roots of our emotions and actions. Through this continuous exercise of self-analysis, we can transform our existence into a journey of learning and personal development, forging a path towards peace essential to achieving true happiness. Cultivate a robust mindset. At the core of Stoic philosophy is the cultivation of a robust mind, a fundamental pillar to achieve mental strength and resilience. The Stoics held that a well-trained mind is the key to a fulfilling life. By developing a positive and empowering mindset, we can face life's obstacles not only with acceptance, but with vigor and determination. This philosophy does not promote ignoring reality or denying difficulties. On the contrary, it encourages us to approach them with a perspective that views them as opportunities for growth and learning. At its core, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our own actions, thoughts, and reactions. By accepting what is out of our reach and responding to challenges with a robust mind, we can navigate life with greater serenity, strength, and deep personal satisfaction. This doesn't mean overlooking the negative ones, but rather choosing to give more energy to constructive thoughts that improve your ability to respond effectively. For example, instead of dwelling on what could go wrong, a Stoic mindset encourages you to consider what you can do right now to improve the situation. This shift in focus from problem-oriented thinking is crucial to maintaining a sense of control and purpose, especially in challenging situations. Training your mind to be resilient is like training a muscle. The more you work on it, the stronger it becomes. This regular practice is about seeing challenges as opportunities when you face a setback. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Or how can this strengthen me? By habitually responding to difficulties with these questions, you reframe your experiences as valuable lessons rather than mere obstacles that foster a resilience that can withstand even the most difficult circumstances. Furthermore, maintaining a positive attitude regardless of the circumstances is a fundamental Stoic practice. This does not imply blind optimism, but rather deliberate, reasoned optimism, that chooses to highlight the potential good in every situation. Stoics use techniques such as negative visualization by contemplating worst-case scenarios, not to foster fear, but to lessen the impact of those fears. This allows a more balanced and positive perspective to prevail. To cultivate that mindset, you can start by practicing mindfulness and awareness of your thought patterns. Notice when you fall into negativity or defeatism, and consciously choose to redirect your thoughts towards more productive things and optimistic angles. You can also engage in regular mental exercises like journaling or meditation, which can help you develop the discipline needed to maintain a strong mindset. Live in alignment with your values. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies the fundamental importance of values. These pillars serve as a compass for our actions, ensuring alignment between our beliefs and our behavior. Beyond the mere pursuit of external success, Stoicism guides us toward a full and meaningful life. True satisfaction and inner peace are achieved when our actions are rooted in sound moral principles and when our personal lives genuinely reflect our convictions. Living in harmony with your values is the key to an authentic life. Align your actions with your deepest values and create a life full of meaning and integrity. The key lies in a Stoic understanding of yourself and clearly defining your values. These principles, such as honesty, courage, generosity, or loyalty, will serve as a compass for your decisions and shape your interactions with the world. This congruence between what is important to you and how you live creates an authentic life, where every step you take and every action you take is imbued with importance and reflects your inner being. Once you have a clear understanding of what it stands for, the challenge is to make decisions that consistently reflect these values. This is not always easy. It often requires making difficult decisions that may go against social expectations or short-term achievements. However, the reward is a life of authenticity, free of the internal conflict that arises when our actions do not match our beliefs. Being true to your values means going beyond simply believing in them. It means taking charge and building a life that actively reflects you. This requires regular evaluation of your relationships, lifestyle, and career, making sure each aspect is aligned with your core principles. Imagine that community service is one of your pillar values. In that case, you could choose a career that allows you to help others or spend time volunteering on a regular basis. Likewise, if you value health and well-being, your daily habits should reinforce that value. This translates into healthy eating, regular exercise, and practices that promote your mental health. Living in accordance with your values means making conscious decisions that bring you closer to the life you want to create, an authentic and meaningful life. It is a continuous process of self-evaluation and growth, where your values serve as a compass to navigate the different areas of your life. When your life aligns with your values, every action becomes more meaningful. This is because you are not just going through the motions, you are actively making decisions that resonate with your deepest self. This adds a layer of purpose and satisfaction. Even the mundane aspects of life transform routine tasks into expressions of your values. To live in alignment with your values, it is helpful to engage in regular reflection, reviewing your values as your life and circumstances evolve. This continuous process ensures that your actions continue to reflect your current beliefs and goals. It also means being aware of the small decisions you make daily. It's important to remember that authenticity is not about being perfect, but about being honest with yourself and others. Embrace your imperfections and learn from your mistakes. As you adhere to your values with conviction, you will experience greater inner peace, stronger relationships, and a deeper sense of purpose in life. In essence, Stoicism invites us to deeply introspect, to examine our most intimate beliefs and values, and to cultivate congruence between these and our daily actions. It is in this path of self-knowledge and internal coherence where lies the key to achieving a full and serene life. More than just a tool, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism stands as an invaluable guide to cultivating resilience and achieving personal mastery. Its principles teach us to focus on what we can control, accept what we cannot, and develop virtue as the only true good. By adopting a Stoic perspective, we learn to navigate difficulties with fortitude, remain calm in the face of adversity, and make rational decisions based on our values. This philosophy empowers us to become masters of our destiny, forging a path toward a full and meaningful life. The path to a life guided by your most precious values is an endless journey, where each step brings you closer to wisdom and full realization. Don't give up. Continue your growth and face each new day with courage and authenticity. That's it for our journey today. I hope it has been revealing and full of learning for you. If you liked this video, give us a like. Leave us your opinions in the comments and share your experiences with us. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I invite you to continue learning and growing together, hand in hand, with timeless Stoic wisdom.